Mike, let me have you say and spell your name so I spell it right.
Mikeeshbach.
Okay. Coming into your second year at Eastside, I mean, not the most successful first year, but that allows you room to grow.
Right. When I came in last year, we had our program was in a situation where we had to play a lot of young kids, a lot of inexperienced kids. Some injuries were a part of that early on, and as we developed into the season, we realized it was more than just wins and losses for us, and we had to make gains in some other areas, and our measuring stick wasn't in wins and losses. And as the season has ended, we've continued to develop that. We've continued to work hard in the weight room and close that competitive gap that we felt like we were facing. We had an awful lot of young kids gain some valuable experience, and so we feel a lot better going into this season than I think we did at this point last year.
Yeah, talk about that experience. How much did those guys learn last year, kind of getting thrown into the mix?
Well, you know, I always say when you're playing freshmen and sophomores, you're not going to win a lot of games. And there was a point last year where we had a freshman center, we had a freshman middle linebacker. We played an awful lot of sophomores, and it was real tough for us. Those guys have gained an awful lot of experience. Not only have they've had some success, I think, you know, they didn't totally get dominated, but, you know, we had a year of maturity, a year of strength, and I think, you know, we'll gain for that. You know, it'll be a huge benefit for us versus last year, where in a lot of ways it hurt us. So,
is there one underlying goal that you want to set for this year?
You know, I think leadership is very important for us. That's the first component. The second component for us has to be our younger guys. We're still going to play some younger guys, and they have to step up, and they have to contribute. You know, unlike, you know, the situations where we were in last year. Last year, on a Friday night, we would play 17 guys. So it was Ironman football. This year, we hope that we're in a position where we can play 22, 23 guys. And, you know, and that'll be big for us. So we're hoping we get some good leadership. You know, we're hoping that some of these younger guys who are still forced to play will step up and be solid varsity players.
Are you going to rely on one side of the ball or the other to kind of lead this team?
We have 8 returning starters on offense and defense. We are hoping that a couple kids who played both ways last year maybe will only play one way this year. And I really think we'll be equally competitive on both sides of the ball. Offensively, the offensive line may have a couple areas that we want to continue to work towards. From a skill position standpoint, I think we're very solid, and that'll certainly be the strength of our team. And the same way goes defensively, because in a lot of ways they're basically the same kids. So we feel very good that we have a solid nucleus on both sides of the ball with some varsity experience that'll help us.
All right.
Matt Harris, Mattharris.
And your class and position?
Senior, wide receiver, and free safety.
Okay. Last year, obviously 1-9, not what anybody wants to finish. How do you guys improve on that?
Working hard all summer and winter long. We changed our offense a little bit to get the players where they need to be. Just working as a team this year.
How much motivation do you use based on last year that you don't want that to happen again?
It's every day, 1-9. You think about it every day, and it just makes you go harder. After every play, you think about it. So you don't ever want to have that happen again.
Now, Coach said, obviously, the reason for that, a bunch of young players playing last year, but in the process, a lot of gained experience for this year. How do you guys use that experience?
Well, we use it to our advantage to gain the competitive edge against everybody. We have that experience, and now we're going to be able to use it.
Is there one goal that the team would like to set at this point?
Have a winning season and be competitive in every game, no blowouts. Just having a winning season mostly.
And Coach said also last year, I mean, they were typically using about 17 guys, so a lot of guys going both ways. This year he wants to give some relief, I guess, and have more guys in. How much of a difference would that make?
It makes an incredible difference. One play here and there gives you a little bit of breath, so it'll allow you to go harder the whole game and not just wear yourself out in the first 3 or 3/4.
All right.
Craig Daniels, CRAIGDANIELS.
Okay. Class and positions you play.
Senior, running back, and linebacker.
Okay, so again, another guy who kind of goes both ways. Seems like that was the theme last year. 1-9 is not how anybody wants to finish. How do you guys improve on that?
Well, we've had speed school all summer. We've been working hard, and a few guys got cut that needed to be cut, their attitudes. So I think everything's going to work out.
Do you guys use that as a motivating factor that you don't want that to happen again, 1-9?
Yeah, our coaches say that a lot, just to make us mad sometimes and get us to work harder in the weight room and stuff.
Does it work?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, think about last year. I mean, after games, I think Coach said you guys want to be competitive this year. How do you be competitive?
Well, don't give up in the second quarter. That's the part that hurt us a lot last year, and some guys on the team got, tougher. I don't know. It's just not giving up.
And he also said last year one of the tough things is there was about 17 guys going both ways. Or only used 17 guys, so a lot of guys were going both ways. He wants to use more players this year. How much relief would that give you?
A lot, because last year we hardly ever got breaks. We got tired. It helped out a lot.
I think the only advantage was it gave a lot of younger guys some experience. So how do you use that experience this year?
Well, we got the same guys, personnel, and everybody moved up a grade, so they're stronger and faster and more experienced, so it should help out.
Is there one goal that this team has set for the year?
Be competitive. That's what we've basically been saying. Have a winning season.